The two-step process to get abs. The first step is to just simply get lean, okay? So the two steps are get lean, train abs, you will get abs, okay? The first step is more important though. So getting lean, in my opinion, is more important than training abs because you could train abs as much as you wanted, the most optimized way possible, the most science-based way possible, and your abs might get a lot thicker. But if you just simply aren't lean enough, then your abs won't show. So getting lean is our first main priority if we want abs. What do you need to do? Well, there's loads and loads and loads of ways to lose weight, to lose fat. There is the keto diet, carnivore diet, there's vegan diet, I don't know, whatever. I personally think the best way, the most sustainable way to lose weight is the 80-20 diet, as well as tracking your calories, okay? So, what is the 80-20 diet? The 80-20 diet is the diet where 80% of the time you eat the real whole foods, the meat, the eggs, the fruit, the vegetables, the grains, etc. Then 20% of the time you enjoy yourself, you can have a pizza here and there. 20% of the time you just eat what you want. You eat the processed foods, you eat the junk foods, right? But the caveat to all of that is you need to be tracking your calories, right? So I want you, as an action step, after this video, I want you to straight away just go and find out your calorie maintenance. How many calories you need to stay at the same weight. Ask ChatGPT, it will do it for you. It will give you a rough estimate of how many calories you need to stay at the exact same weight. How many calories you need to eat in a day. Then you just go 300 to 500 calories underneath it, depending on how fast you want to lose weight. And then once you start making progress, you might have to reduce your calories a little bit more or increase your physical expenditure or how much activity you're doing in a day to continue to lose weight. So that is the most sustainable way to do it. Why is that so sustainable? Well, 20% of the time you are enjoying yourself. You're still having the nice, tasty foods. You can still go out with your friends and have a nice meal out, and it won't be the end of the world. You don't feel too restricted. For me personally, when I feel too restricted, I just don't make much progress. A little quick story for you. I was doing my first ever cut, or my first major cut, where I lost 8 kg. And I lost all of it. I never tracked any calories. I did cardio as well, which I don't even do now. And I got there, which is great. You'd say, nice one, well done, Theo. But the truth is, I put all of that weight back on in around a month. And it got so bad, I put on the weight so fast, I just had to enter into a complete new bulk. I just called it a bulk and I just continued eating. That is absolutely crazy. We don't want that for you. We don't want to be in this massive cycle of bulking, cutting. We want to get lean, keep the abs, and just look good year round. So yeah, don't do what I did. Track your calories. Don't do excessive amounts of cardio as well. Now, getting onto cardio, what cardio do you need to do? Well, technically none. I don't do any cardio. I didn't do any cardio and I lost over 13 kg. Now, how did I do it? Well, with the 80-20 diet, also with tracking my calories, so actually knowing I'm in a calorie deficit, and then increasing my physical expenditure, increasing how active I was through steps. I would just get around 10 to 15,000 steps in every single day. At first, it was around 10,000, but later down the line, when the cut got a bit more intense, it went up to around 15,000. Don't be scared to increase your steps quite a lot. It's just the best form of cardio to do. It's so easy. It's so sustainable. You can literally just go on a nice brisk walk, put some music in, listen to a podcast, whatever. You will genuinely benefit your mental health from going on that walk, but also you'll be burning fat as well. So it's beautiful. Go and do that instead of doing excessive amounts of running, sprinting, whatever, swimming. It's just the easiest, most sustainable way to do cardio. I can promise you that. So you technically know how to lose weight. 80-20 diet. Enjoy yourself 20% of the time, 80% of the time, lock in on the nice, good whole foods, which are going to fill you up. They're going to make you feel good, feel energized. Then you want to make sure you're getting around 10 to 15,000 steps in every single day. Depending on how early you are in the cut, depends on how many steps you want to get in. Then track your calories. You don't need to use any apps or anything like that. All you need to do is just get your calculator app on your phone, put your calories, your calorie total for the day onto your phone. Then every time you eat, just subtract from that total. And then by the end of the day, you'll realize you have about 0 calories left, or you just eat until you have 0 calories left. And then you are on to the next day and the total calories goes up again. That's it. It's really simple. Tracking calories isn't this really difficult thing. I can promise you that. It's actually really simple. Everyone thinks it's really difficult and stuff like that. It's really not. So you know how to lose weight. That's it. That is how we're going to get lean. But the next step to looking good and having the abs is to train them. Now, a little disclaimer, you can have abs if you just do the first step, if you just get lean enough. But if we want to have nice looking abs, we want to train them. You don't actually need to do that much. You don't need to go do 10-minute ab workouts every single day. You don't need to do these weird ways of training abs. You just train them in any other way you would train your biceps, for example. You train your biceps, I train them twice a week. I train my abs twice a week till failure. Not loads of volume. You need them to rest. You need them to recover. So all you need to do, I would say get into a gym. If you're going to the gym already, go to the gym, do cable crunches with weight, obviously, and increase the weight every week, or try to increase the reps every single week, and then try to increase the weight every single week. And then do hanging leg raises. That's going to hit your lower abs really well. That is all you need to do to get nice looking abs. But you have to remember, your genetics do dictate how your abs are organized, how they're going to look. But training are going to make them look bigger, and getting lean is going to make them more pronounced, look obviously good. If you aren't lean enough, you're not going to see them. So that is the 2-step process. Get lean, train them. You don't need to train them crazy. I do 12 sets a week. No, sorry. Yeah, I do 12 sets a week for my abs. That's it. That's even quite high. Some people will do less and they still have really nice abs. You don't need to do that much. A lot of people don't even hit abs. The people you see on social media who have really nice abs, a lot of them don't even hit abs, and they just have nice abs because they're lean. So first step is more important than the second step, but if you can combine the both, you're going to have amazing blocky looking abs. You know, the superhero type abs you want. You don't want the really small, skinny pack abs. You want the nice block looking thick abs. Then that's the process you need to do. Now, another disclaimer here. Please, please, please don't listen to anyone who tells you to do them stupid 10-minute ab workouts. I did them for over a year. When I was stupid and didn't have 5 years of lifting under my belt, I didn't have all the knowledge and absolute indispensable knowledge I have now. I was doing those stupid 10-minute ab workouts, and they didn't really do anything. For the first, few weeks, yeah, they're gonna burn a little bit because you're new to hitting abs. But then once your body has gotten used to it and your abs have gotten a bit stronger, you just can't take the workouts anywhere near till failure. You're not training them hard enough, and so your abs don't grow. One of the biggest ways to grow any muscle is just to train them hard. Make sure you're progressing in weight. Make sure there's enough tension load on that muscle, and then it will continue to get bigger because it has to. If you're continually adding reps and weight to that muscle, your body has to tell that muscle to grow, to account for that newfound strength, to account for the new load that you're putting onto it. So yeah, that's all you have to do for your abs. Do what I told you, them 2 exercises, and get lean. That is it. You will get lean, you will look great, you will have a 6-pack if you train them as well. Simple as that. Now, in the link in the description is my full aesthetic body course, which is, first of all, 6 hours of core modules of me talking, giving my advice on how to hit the right muscles, what muscles you need to hit, how to hit them, how to get lean, how to stay lean, the mistakes I made. And then it is also around 3 hours of bonus modules. And these bonus modules are basically the really niche questions that you probably have. Basically, how do I stay motivated? How do I stay consistent? How do I stay disciplined? How do I take good pictures of my new physique that I've got? Really niche little questions that you probably also have that you want answered are answered. And I can promise no questions are left unanswered in that course. Then on top of all of that is my full diet and training program that I did to get absolutely jacked. And then also on top of all of this is me doing the exercises I suggest for you myself, showing the correct form so you can just copy me and basically make more progress than me. And you'll bypass all of the mistakes I've ever made and you will get in the best shape of your life. But you really need to listen, you really need to take action, and you will get in the best shape of your life. I went through the trials and tribulations. You don't have to. You can just listen to what I did wrong and what I did right, copy me and not copy me, and you will look better than me in a year's time. But genuinely, you will get to your dream physique if you just listen, you take action, and yeah, go check it out. It is the first link in the description.